Today we're looking at one of the most famous peppers on the planet, Tabasco. It's time to taste the pain.
Grow that hotness so y'all can watch this growing journey on my way to be a botanist. I got this garden game on my kid. You should spice it up and grow like bosses.
Hey, what's up? My name is Boss. I'm a gardener and a lover of all things spicy. We're kicking off this season of Taste the Pain with an iconic pepper, the Tabasco. Really excited about this one. I've been growing a Tabasco yellow for the last few years, and this year I'm growing a Tabasco red. These are actually a Tabasco short. There's a few different varieties. Sometimes you'll see them a little bit taller. The Tabasco is a capsicum frutescens. It is originally from Mexico, but it's been made famous by Louisiana. Tabasco hot sauce is one of the most famous on the planet, right? People everywhere know Tabasco. It is made in Louisiana on Avery Island, or it was originally, probably made elsewhere now, or there plus other places. But they grew a lot of these things, right? And they continue to grow a lot of Tabasco peppers, but around the globe, not necessarily all in Louisiana these days. So the thing about the Tabasco pepper that a lot of people don't realize is they're stinking hot. The sauce isn't all that hot, traditional Tabasco sauce. It's spicy, right? But it's not a, oh my God, your head's on fire kind of spicy hot sauce. That's because there's a lot of vinegar in there. The actual Tabasco pepper, about 30 to 50,000 Scoville heat units. So a lot like a cayenne, but the thing about a capsicum frutescens is that they often burn different. I find these to feel significantly spicier than a cayenne. I feel like they are probably, to me, almost twice as hot. But it's about the receptors on your tongue and the different types of capsaicinoids that are in this particular pepper and pepper species that make them burn differently. I'm excited to give these a taste, so let's get them cut open and get going. I think we'll use this big one here. That's looking pretty nice. Lots of seeds. It smells spicy. Did scrape those seeds off of one half here to get a good taste in. Did not remove the membrane. I don't want to chew a mouthful of seeds and then tell you, well, this tastes like bitter seeds. So, Tabasco short. Let's taste the pain. It's got such a bright, juicy fruit flavor up front, but then that heat starts building. Right on the back of my throat. Not so much on my tongue, and I think that's part of what gets me about the frutescens, is they get my throat. I don't have a whole lot of throat burn from most peppers. Every time I eat Tabascos, I can just feel the pain right here. The flavor is really nice though on these. It is a little bit almost melony fruity at first. Got a few seeds in there, a little bitterness from those, but really crunchy for a pretty thin-walled pepper. Quite juicy. The burn's fairly flat, a little bit sharp now at the back of my tongue, as it's still burning in my throat though. That's just the most, that's the most unpleasant part. That's why I typically feel like these are hotter than their Scoville unit rating. Whew. All right, it doesn't taste like Tabasco sauce. Spoiler alert. If I was drinking vinegar with it and putting salt, maybe. When they make Tabasco sauce, they actually age these for years. And by age, that really just means ferment. So they will take the Tabasco peppers, make a mash, and then add salt, about 2 to 3%. I'm not sure the exact number they use. Trade secret, probably not. You can probably see it on a video on how it's made. But they take that mash, put it in barrels, and let it ferment. After the peppers have fermented for, I think it's a couple of years, then they mix them with the vinegar and the salt, and you got Tabasco sauce. I've got 2 of these growing this year, 2 plants. So I'm excited to see if I can get enough to make at least a couple of bottles of Tabasco style sauce. I'm not going to ferment them for years, but I will ferment them for a few months just to make sure that I get a little bit of that fermented Tabasco flavor. So the heat's pretty much died down now. It's not too bad. It actually moved out of my throat and onto my tongue. So my tongue didn't burn at all at first. And then after about 30 seconds, it started at the back of my tongue. And now it's crept up right down the center of my tongue. It's hot. I don't know how else to say it. It's a lot hotter than when you're like, oh, Tabasco sauce, that's not that spicy. Tabasco peppers, different story, guy. Highly recommend everybody grows Tabasco. There's a few different varieties that I've grown, from Tabasco yellow short to Tabasco red short to traditional Tabasco. If you can find seeds, order them for next year. 2023 is just around the corner. Planting season will be here before you know it. Everybody should at least one time grow this pepper. One other idea that I had would be to mix Tabasco peppers with one of my other favorite peppers, the piri piri. That could make a really cool sauce, especially if you ferment it. So we'll see what the harvest looks like this fall and what kind of cool experiments we can do in the kitchen. I can't wait to eat a few more of these and then get on to the next harvest. We will see you soon in another episode of Taste the Pain. The garden's just getting started in 2022. Remember, plants help us grow. Peace.
Hey yo, I grow that hotness so y'all can watch this growing journey on my way to be a botanist. I got this garden game on my kid. You should spice it up and grow like bosses. I grow that hotness so y'all can watch this growing journey on my way to be a botanist. I got this garden game on my kid. You should spice it up and grow like bosses.